Hey everyone, Jemillio here with another video. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my stuff, you have no idea who I am. I'm a personal trainer and online coach. My website is jdfitness.us. Link is in the description if you want to check that out. But today's video is another Super X review, and we will be going over their new ROGERS Performance long sleeve and the GRAYSON V2 long sleeve. So we're going to go over both of these today. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to go over sizing. I'm going to go over what my recommendations are. Are there any different? Are they the same? Did they add anything to them? All that's going to be covered in the video. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start going over my thoughts on the ROGERS Performance long sleeve, and then later in the video we're going to talk about the GRAYSON V2. So as far as the ROGERS goes, this is unlike any other of the long sleeves that they've come out with. This is kind of in a class of its own. It's not like the other ones. I'm 5'10", 185 pounds, with a muscular build, and I'm wearing a medium in both of the long sleeves. Now, when it comes to their long sleeves, I can wear larges fine. I do have a little bit more room. They are a little bit easier to get on and off, but I like how the mediums look on me a little bit better. So my normal size in like their hoodies and stuff are larges. I get larges in both the hoodie and the joggers, but the long sleeves you see me wearing, again, these are mediums. Moving on to the details, the first thing you'll notice is the stitching. This is unlike any other type of stitching they've done on their other long sleeves, and I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. But you have this Captain America, the Winter Soldier design that they went with, the same as their hoodie, and it's got that same kind of paneling as the front of the hoodie. But something that you'll notice that's different than all their other long sleeves is this one has zippers. It has a zipper on each of the arms, and it has two zippers in the front. And these are the same zippers that are on their hoodie. So they're not some like thin little kind of cheap fall apart zippers. These zippers mean business. They lock and everything. And I was surprised. And part of the reason why I was so surprised is because this material, the way it feels like it's the most lightest, kind of airiest, flowiest, I'm kind of making it worse here, long sleeve that they've ever made. And the material is the same. So on all their long sleeves, it's 91% polyester and 9% spandex. I don't know if they use a different kind of polyester or a different kind of spandex, but it's the most comfortable, and these zippers don't add any discomfort to it. The stitching also, you'll notice, is it's like a t-shirt. So for their other long sleeves, they use a serger type stitch for either most of it, all of it, or they may do like a slight combination. But this stitching is not as intense as the stitching on the other ones, which again adds to just that added level of comfort on this ROGERS set. You also have the thumb loops at the ends of the wrist if you are into wearing your long sleeves like that. I never use the thumb sleeve or the thumb hole, but it's there if you want it. Another great thing about this design is it's the exact same blue, exact same kind of stitch pattern, exact same white as their ROGERS V2 hoodie. So if you happen to own the ROGERS V2 hoodie, this is gonna blend in perfectly. But like I said, I'm really impressed with just the feel of it. The design is cool, but the feel of it, it's not like any of the other ones. It's not like the Shang, it's not like the Stewart, it's not like the original GRAYSON or the McGinnis. I wish I could do a better job of explaining how it feels different, but just kind of lighter and flowier is the best way for me to describe it. The only thing that I would say is, even with that added comfort, you don't have as tight of a stitch as the serger stitching. So because you don't have that tight of a stitch, you do lose a little bit of that durability. If you are a person who mainly does something like jujitsu, when you wear the long sleeves, I know some of you guys out there grapple a lot and you use these things like rash guards. So if you're gonna be using it like a rash guard, I might not recommend this one if it's gonna be under a ton of friction, just constant rubbing or people grabbing on the stitching. I wouldn't trust it as much as I would say the GRAYSON V2. So speaking of the GRAYSON V2, let's get right into that one. And you see me wearing it here. Again, I'm wearing a medium. Now the thing about this GRAYSON V2, to me, the design looks sick. I love the design on this. It looks absolutely badass. I think it looks great. In terms of features, there's not much to say about the GRAYSON V2 long sleeve, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It still has that serger style stitching that's on most of their other long sleeves, so it's very durable. The material feels a little bit thicker, so it's not gonna wear out on you anytime soon, and the stitching is gonna hold up to a lot of wear. It's 91% polyester and 9% spandex, just like all their other ones. And the nice thing about this is it matches perfectly with the GRAYSON hoodie. So if you have the GRAYSON hoodie, it kind of gives it a cool look because we're seeing Nightwing and the more current cartoons and video games like the Arkham series or the Gotham Knights. He's taking on more of like a armored Kevlar kind of look where he's got more tech and stuff in his suit. So this kind of looks like it's an underlayer of the tech. If you want to think of the hoodie as like an outer layer, it would match with that perfectly. So great job on the design, guys. You can integrate this in perfectly in with an already existing set. I think it's a great idea. And that's gonna pretty much wrap up my review of both of these long sleeves. I don't have a ton to say about them, but sometimes less is more. I mean, the GRAYSON is the tried and true feel. It's got the tried and true stitching, and the difference that it made is just this awesome looking design, whereas the ROGERS took a risk. They're like, let's see how this goes. It feels a little bit different. It's a little bit more delicate. The stitching is a little bit softer, but the new pockets on there feel great. I mean, it's a different feel. I love the fact that they're kind of trying different materials and different combinations. They're not just doing the same thing over and over again. So great job, Super X. And once again, they match perfectly with the GRAYSON hoodie and joggers and the ROGERS V2 hoodie and joggers. So you don't have to worry about anything looking off or looking like you got different things going on. They match with their stuff perfectly. Really nothing bad to say about them. I think they're both great. If you guys like these or anything else on their site and you want a discount, please use my discount code Jemillio at checkout, Jemil. It'll give you 15% off. And if you're interested in online coaching, like I mentioned before, check out my website, jdfitness.us, link in the description. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.